So there are, and it was Greg that was asking this. So, hey, Greg, thanks for that question. So there's a couple of things you want to look at. One is your messaging. So you want to make sure that on your website, on your lead magnet, on your, your social platforms, whatever, that your messaging is very clear on who you can help. So let's say one person is doing coaching for people that are newbies to real estate investing, or they're newbies to, fix and flip, whatever it may be. You want to make sure that the language is very clear about who it's right for. It's for someone that is new, that wants to take the next step, that like whatever. If you are, I have a hard time coming up with examples right off the cuff. If you are looking for someone that is like a seasoned investor and that's looking to take things to the next step, then you need to be very clear in your language on your sales pages and stuff like that, that is what you're looking for. So like you want to phrase problems like, let me guess, you're a seasoned investor, but now you're finding a plateau in blah, 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 or you're having a hard time doing this. So the language that you're using is setting that positioning to be like, oh, well, I'm a newbie, so that probably doesn't apply to me, which is fine. You want to weed people out that aren't ideal, right? You don't want to waste their time. You don't want to waste your time. So the languaging is really, really important. The second thing is, let's say you have a lead magnet and you're bringing people in and then you're asking for a strategy call or a consultation or a meet and greet, whatever you want to call it. So if you have a lead magnet, hopefully you have emails where you're nurturing them and getting them to digest that information. And hopefully you have emails that is like, here are what the next step. So you want to answer their questions ahead of time. And you want to make sure it's clear about what the customer journey is. So it's kind of like, hey, you've taken this lead magnet to figure out how to blah, blah, blah. If you are ready for the next step, it means you want this, or here is what you should do. Hey, if you're not ready and you're still figuring this, and this out, no worries. Let's check back in a little while. I'll send you this resource instead. So you are framing everything that you're writing to let them know that they're in the right place. Now, the other thing you can do to take it a step further is, let's say you have a landing page that is like a strategy call or whatever you want to call it. So you can, instead of just having your calendar link on there right away and like, boom, they make a call. And then you're like, oh my God, my days are being sucked up by all these calls. There are tire kickers out there. We all know that. And there are people that just don't maybe realize what it is that you do, or they don't realize that you are not someone that can help them, or they're looking for something completely different. So on the sales page, the opt-in page, whatever, where you're offering this call, frame it. Have a video on there saying, hey, I want to help you. If you need this, this, and this, if you're at this level in your business, if you have this level of knowledge, book a call. If you are not quite there yet, that's okay. Listen to my podcast. Go to this online course so that they have a point to go to, right? They know what's for them. And then also, again, not giving them the calendar link right away. So you can have just a form, enter in their first name, their last name, what they're looking for. You can have qualifying questions. It's okay. I've had some clients where they even have 3 steps. So they have like request an audit, so to speak. There's like a couple of quick questions. And then the next step is like a little survey that they have to fill out. Answering questions about where they're at in their biz, how many employees, or whatever it may be that makes sense for you. And then once you've qualified them, you can say yes or no, and then email them back and just say, hey, I've got your request for a call. That's fantastic. I'm not sure, I don't want to waste your time and my time. It looks like you're not quite ready for the services and level of support that I can provide. And I want to make sure that you are off to the right, steps. Here are a couple of resources that you can start with, and then you can have a task to follow up with them in 6 months or whatever it may be. Or if you read the form, then you're like, yeah, they're a perfect fit. Then give them the calendar link to book the time with you. So you want to make sure that you're doing these different steps to qualify those leads. So I hope that helps, Greg, and I hope it serves everyone else out there. Sorry for the bad lighting. I didn't really plan on going live, but thought it would be better to answer that question talking it out instead of typing it out. So yeah, keep the questions coming. Love it. I want to make sure that I'm helping you. If you have anyone else in the real estate investing sphere, please invite them to the group as well, reimarketinggroup.com. See you guys.